For decades, the relationship between the United States and Venezuela has been shaped by oil, ideology, power, and politics. What began as cooperation slowly turned into one of the most tense relationships in the Western Hemisphere. Today, this conflict has reached a critical moment that continues to affect global politics. Venezuela is one of the most resource-rich countries in the world. It holds the largest proven oil reserves on Earth and was once one of Latin America's wealthiest nations. For many years, Venezuela and the United States maintained friendly diplomatic and economic relations, mainly centered around oil exports. Oil has always been at the center of the U.S.-Venezuela relationship. The United States depended heavily on Venezuelan oil, while Venezuela relied on U.S. refineries and markets. This economic partnership benefited both countries, but it also made the relationship highly sensitive to political change. In 1999, everything changed when Hugo Chávez became president of Venezuela. Chávez promoted a socialist ideology, increased government control over industries, and nationalized the oil sector. He openly criticized U.S. influence in Latin America and frequently described the United States as an imperial power. The U.S. government viewed Chávez as a threat to democracy and regional stability. At the same time, Chávez gained strong support from poorer Venezuelans by using oil revenue to fund social welfare programs. This ideological clash marked the beginning of serious tensions between the two countries. In 2002, a failed coup temporarily removed Chávez from power. Although the United States denied direct involvement, many Venezuelans believed Washington supported the attempt. After Chávez returned to office, mistrust between the two nations deepened significantly and relations continued to deteriorate. After Hugo Chávez died in 2013, Nicolás Maduro became president. Unlike his predecessor, Maduro faced falling oil prices, economic mismanagement, hyperinflation, shortages of basic goods, and rising unemployment. Millions of Venezuelans fled the country, creating one of the largest migration crises in modern history. The United States accused Maduro's government of corruption, election manipulation, and human rights abuses. In response, Washington imposed heavy economic sanctions, particularly targeting Venezuela's oil industry and senior officials. The Maduro government claimed these sanctions were economic warfare designed to remove it from power. In 2019, the United States recognized opposition leader Juan Guaidó as Venezuela's interim president. This decision escalated tensions and divided the international community. While some countries supported the move, others rejected it as foreign interference. Eventually, the opposition effort failed to remove Maduro from office. For several years, the situation remained at a stalemate. Venezuela's economy continued to struggle, sanctions stayed in place, and diplomatic relations remained frozen. Both sides blamed each other for worsening the humanitarian crisis. Donald Trump adopted a hardline approach toward Venezuela. He repeatedly described the Maduro government as a dictatorship and emphasized strong pressure to protect U.S. interests, including energy security and regional influence. Venezuela became a central issue in broader U.S. foreign policy debates. Today, the relationship between the United States and Venezuela remains highly unstable. Diplomatic tensions continue, economic pressure remains strong, and the situation is closely monitored by global powers. Any major change could affect oil markets, migration patterns, and international relations. Countries around the world remain divided. Some support U.S. pressure as a push for democracy, while others criticize it as a violation of national sovereignty. International organizations continue to call for dialogue, negotiations, and peaceful solutions. This conflict is not just about two nations. It affects global oil prices, political stability in Latin America, and the balance of power among major world players. What happens next could reshape regional and global politics for years to come. The history between the United States and Venezuela is a story of cooperation, conflict, ideology, and power. As tensions continue, the world waits to see whether diplomacy or confrontation will define the future. One thing is certain: this story is far from over.